Yo, 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 what's up, my guys and girls? Um, yeah, we are back. We played poker. We are back. Yesterday was good again, plus 1000. I don't remember, 800 or something like this. And let us go ahead. This is a plan. It's always the same. Let's do roughly times 6. This, I think, is good. Can also call. But usually when we're squeezing, we actually 3-bet a little bit more than usual, but call a little bit less when someone is calling. And we had one of those hands that can squeeze. I'm already on a good amount of waiting lists, so we will be soon good to go. I think we can fold or call our raise. Call because of him. Okay, I call. Let's bet bigger here against some player. Our hand likes the bigger size. Usually I bet 1/3. I think actually we bet very big. It's usually not really a thing here with our hand, but I think it works well against fun player, and then we always check river. Guess we can also bet 1/2. Okay, we have a good draw, in my opinion. I think just betting again. Ah, never lucky. You can open this, it's GTO wise 0 EV. But against population we can open. We can do this. Trust fund. Never lucky, guys. Never ever lucky. Why can we not be lucky? Imagine raising this board and we have a hand that really likes to see your turn. We can still call. We can go with one call. This will be at least easy for us. Zero EV. Let's do it. I like to 3-bet a little bit more against population to exploit them. And he's also potentially a fun player here, actually. So let's do it. Guess we can fill that shelf. I'm gonna actually go with this hand for a check. So small. Raise or call. Yeah. I don't know. I think I just call actually. Some smaller though. Ace jack, I don't know. I'm gonna call. Maybe it's ace queen. Very small raise. Could have found a raise here. But I mean, he must be having like a lower ace, it's betting and then calling. Don't mind the call. And here, looks weak in my opinion. On the other hand, want to bet. Yes, I'm gonna bet. It's all good. I'm gonna bet. Could be trapping though. Cheers. He's not having so many lower aces. This one, okay, of course. Not so many ace 9, ace 8 suited calls against, I think we bet half size on flop. So I guess it's fine. We could also bet turn and shove river would have worked against this. And but against other hands it would have been not so great. So also don't mind the check. Hmm. I think I'm gonna fold, even though we have great odds against fun player, but we have jack queen offsuit. Not a good river. We will be usually in front. Could go for a sneaky bet. I think in multiplayer I'm actually gonna check. Wow. I guess good that the river was ugly. It was slow playing. Didn't expect that. Not the greatest turn. I go with one call. but I'm gonna fold. And this is the worst case scenario. I think we go with one call and fold river. It would have a lot of ace check. A lot of ace check. And never bluff river on a, I don't know, heart or something like this. Let's not do it. Against the fun player. And yeah, just gonna take our showdown value here and hope he checks. I don't think it's happening. Against a small size, we could think about things. I think I still like fold. Go for the check call. Look really weak. I think fun players are inclined now to bet. They like to bluff now. Decent board for him. He will have a lot of nuts on certain runouts, on low runouts that we cannot have. That's actually why I guess, especially under gun was big blind, we have maximum half size, more of a third size. Maybe he understands that this is a good board and he raises a little bit more. And that's why we also just bet. It's a lower frequency. But I rolled high there. And we had a little bit of backdoors. Gonna go with a race. Re-race even. It's a re-race. We re-raced him before, just a few hands ago. I think without backdoors, we're mainly gonna check. I rolled a 10. I'm gonna proceed checking. I think ace queen. Quite often checks. I use a really big size on the river, I would say. Not a good hand to have. We just check this one down. It's not great. He probably checks now. Um, Slow pair, I guess. That was not so low. Hmm. I think I take this one. Easy call, of course. I don't like that he shoves, so. Um, okay, it's even, but I have a better feeling about ours. Way better! Yeah, it was way better. Very good feeling about this one. We could call here with him behind, I guess. Let's do it. Yeah, he's a bit short though. I think still it's good. But we don't get anything so far. Things can change anytime. Check. Fold. Three fun players behind. Let's open a little wider. It's only a little wider. It will be pretty much here really. Raise or to fold. This is not a big re-raise in my opinion, right? It's not the smallest also. It's only quite small. I think I call. I think I call. It's a frequency call. What we can do here. It's 0 EV to call or fold. That's why solver's mixing. I think I like to play against population quite often when they're out of position. Because they play quite face up usually, using full ski. Return fast. We can even bluff something that doesn't have a lot of equity. And I think it will be perceived as strong even from fun players, putting us on a lot of ace kings. So good stuff is happening, usually. This was one of those times. I call because of him. Didn't work out. Hmm. We go for a sneaky raise. But I guess mainly gonna call it a day afterwards. I think you will overfold a little bit to this. We have an overs. We have an over to queens and kings. And otherwise, I guess we can fold or call. I think everything's possible. I need just like the aggressive line there this time. This is not a great flop. I think let's bet, especially this one, likes protection. Go with a little $19. Oh, we don't mind that. Oh, would have turned out quite well. Yo, Mr. Sosom, what is up, my guy? Oh, rattle is going on, which is quite appreciated in general. Wait, even sure, and we have decent position. Decent position. Just in front of one of him is the best one. It's a good position to be in. Yesterday was quite sick with the straddling on one table on NL 500. Three people were sometimes straddling, and one person was straddling a lot. I think I fold. Multi-way. Yes, some 6-2 suited. 5-7 suited we both have. What I want to say here is quite some good stuff here. Can get nuts. I think actually with the backdoors we sometimes can even call. I think I'm gonna do it. People will think I don't have a lot of this stuff and I can bluff a lot on an ace or king. Could also raise. And now if I get something here, it's also good for me because it's not likely that I got something. Not a big re-raise. I think I'm still gonna fold. So small though. It's 8. Let's go with this size. I'm just gonna bet this one. Good fold, bro. Pot is already very big, which is quite good. I think this is a bad turn. We'll have a lot of draws in this stuff still. Who's blocking the 8? Gonna go with a check. And gonna mainly call it off. He can have so much stuff. Probably he's not having a 9. Good call because he's behind. Let's do it. Yeah, it's not great, but gonna go with a call. I think it's better than a shove. Great river. in case he had a straight draw. We don't love it, but of course we call. Not great, but what shall I do? Let's get rid of a few tables. I think he could be afraid that we slow play some stuff. Um, Very interesting spot, in my opinion. Guess he will be in general a little bit weaker when he checks. I think most players just keep on barreling. But he went, I guess, for the trap. Yo, spinning head, what is up? Thanks for the good luck. This is so weird. Could even think about a call. Could just be a trap, of course, also. I think I go with a fold. 66. With a 45, prefer having better stuff. Gonna go with a check. Sometimes show river though. Yeah. Not gonna do anything. Guess it wasn't a high number. We can even shove there sometimes, blocking tens and aces. Not the worst in the world. Guess I'm playing a few too many tables. Let's get rid of a few of them. I open and go for the check raise, I think, right? A decent hand to go for the call. Hmm. I fold. I fold though. This is not good that he picks such a big size, but I think we're gonna go for the check shove. Gonna call against one player. Here I'm gonna call, of course, only. Looks like he has like kings. Or he bets. Nice. Oh, is he bluffing? Nope, he hasn't. Unlucky, bro. This one hand, I'm gonna look it up later. I want to see what my check shoves are there. Of course, we have queens checks that go with it as value, but bluffs. Quite often we bet 9-10 ourselves. 10 jack. Also not often, but not every time, I mean. I guess these are then very good check shows. Sometimes check call. Oh shit, I didn't see he was so short. Now we are in the decision. We have a decision now. I think I go with a call. We could be even be ahead of some stuff. Decent amount of equity when not. Outlaw. Sometimes want to bet the small size. This is always the thing. I think I go with a third. Yeah. Pray to God that he's raising his jack. Hmm. Yeah, when you think people are not doing it, then you of course want to just take the huge size. There's always a risk. But I guess it's quite weak to not raise your jack. Didn't work out this time. I don't mind it. Next time we won't do it against him. Zero EV call, Geo wise, and against fun player. Let's fucking roll. Quite often raise. So I hand usually, what one do we want to do exploitively though? I just also raise it up. We could bet very small. Usually we check. I think betting small is quite nice exploitively. I think I like to fold now. Hmm. Not really a lot of hands that like to use a small size. I guess it's fine against fun player. I think you will play quite face up. Comments are unfortunately not working in the last days. I don't know why. Yeah, there was a sweet little pot. Nice setup. Yeah, in these early positions, actually also I think zero EV tens here. Maybe winning tiny bit. And of course easy call. Mr. Orwell, what did he do before? Okay, this was not today though. Hmm. Shall I go for the sneaky call? To keep him in, I think so. I think so. Hmm. Yeah, I think just calling is a play. I think his size makes a lot of sense. What is he taking this with? Sometimes even with nothing. What will the turn bring us? Yeah, very good. I think we go with a call. Could even go for a shove. Let's call. And I guess call it off on a blank ski. Do we love it? No. Could he have ace jack still? Yes. 4, 5, 6. Think it doesn't change so much. Maybe we'll be tiny bit afraid that we have sevens. Exploitively, it will be a thing. To think about a fold, of course, like always. I think I shove. It's a little bit thin. I think in practice it won't matter because he will just have a lot of folds. But in case he has the trap or the potential hero calling hand, you have to think about it. I mean, we are targeting ace jack, king jack, queen jack. Then we block suited. Ace jack offsuit, yeah, maybe squeezing that actually with a fun player especially. This changes quite a lot if he has also offsuit things, and then he can absolutely call there. I think it will be perceived as strong, and I think GTO wise it's really thin. We have to check it out. I think he will not trap a lot though on the river. I think he will more be on the hero calling side. More hero calling than trapping, I think. We will have a lot of ace queen with the ace of spades or queen of spades that didn't bluff. Very interesting spot in my opinion. In my humble. I mean, this is not the dream at all. I could just fold this. Also have a certain read here that he was more on the back heavy side with a smaller raise size. We could be, yeah, almost dead. He could have. We could take one off, but we can also not take one off. With a read and it's being close, I'm gonna go with it. Just gonna fold it. I wanted to take a screenshot of this hand, the queen's hand, so I know I can look it up later. So times 5. What a low number. I'm gonna actually sometimes call here with jacks. So slow. Hmm. Hmm. I'm gonna call one off and then call it a day. Could even bluff sometimes here, but let's not bluff him and realize our equity. You could be bluffing with spades, for example. So we can win front, we can get there. These are the good things. Are there any bad things that can happen? Not at all. See? I will go for the crying trap. Guess he will check a lot though. That's why I'm crying. But if he has a draw, or you maybe you're going for some value, then it's good. Don't mind a lead at all though. Almost 0 EV with GTO Wizard. This is a very slight call. But GTO Wizard has pretty small re-raising size. This was a little bit bigger, so I guess it's almost 0 EV. Guess just making really tiny bit of EV calling there with ace queen out. And then against population, what is gonna happen? It will be slightly minus EV if they are lacking the forward bluffs. This is exactly what's gonna happen. Fortunately, not taking the overbet could be a thing in my opinion. Rolled high. Do we have any stats on him? Yeah, we bluffed on him before. We say now we have king 8 or 8. And here it's a good card for us. We have more force than him. An easy shove Scorino. Hope he doesn't have kings. It's the only hand that beats us. No queens, I guess. We have 2 times the value, which is really good. Oh, 3 times. We made a sick bluff against him before, which could be now an advantage for us. Will it be? In practice? In theory it is. It's hard to have enough bluffs, bro. Come on, be honest. But we made a sick bluff against him. That's what I wrote down. Come on, get curious. Maybe we have a bluff. Could also be a bluff. Let's fucking roll. It was not a bluff. A dream. That's not so great. I think we're just gonna call. I think it's most likely slow playing hand is the nut flush, so he's calling in the small blind. Queen 10, 9, 10. It's not so much, but he has a 57 there, of course. He can have a lot of flush. He was calling slowly. I think I just call. And, I mean, you want to get calls from the king, queen, or whatever. This might not even calling all the time. Good call. I think he called quite slowly on the turn, which is what's a little bit scary for me. Made a lot of sense. And we have kings, of course, before that. Of course we have kings. We have value all the time. Now we just need people to call. And to have worse hands, of course. Queens. Let's fucking roll. Can we also hold? This would be the absolute dream. Having good hands and getting holds. We went twice, I think. Oh, I thought for a moment. We got aces. Nice. I think we can sometimes call, and I rolled very low. It's a dream flop. Imagine getting this flop. Last time I played aces low, it was queen, jack, 9. It's not good, queen, jack, 9 then. Gonna go with a slow play ski. I think always gonna slow play. It's not a bad turn. Ace 5 suited has a little something now against us. Would very high. Can bet a lot still with pocket 8s here. Fuck. I mean, he's always gonna. I mean, when he has tens or jacks, then snap for checks. But I think it's a good bluffing hand in case he has king jack suited. Fuck. Okay. 1 9s. Probably has ace king. What kind of size is this? Either way, you have ace king or not. I mean, good that he bets at least. I mean, maybe he's not having a lot of king queen suited actually because his position is so fucking early that he shouldn't actually pull forward king queen suited there. I think this makes open showing a little bit more attractive. Come on. We're never having a better hand here. Except aces. Nines. Maybe we sometimes even call nines. Alright. But it's not so likely. Good fold. He thought about it. What did he have? Ace 5 suited? Ace queen? Guess ace queen suited. and bet small, maybe bigger, or check. I think I go for the check again. I think the default strategy is checking or betting big. I guess it's fine to have also a small size, and this would make it in there, I guess. It's a high frequency. I go with a check and bet big river, saying we have tens, ace nine or slow play. Just a normal big size. Oh, huge size. Just gonna call against the huge size. I sometimes want to call, especially button two pair, even against the low bet. This is weird, right? Let's fast play a lot because it looks like he wants to check back, and we could do this now with yeah, with a bluff. We could do it with some kind of a bluff ski. Oh, the Dremsky. The Dremsky of all dreams. We say we have ace 10 with the ace of hearts and 10 of spades, but in reality we have the flush already, guys. Sometimes you will trap. I guess it's not so likely though. I looked exactly like this stuff right on the turn. All right, first hour is over. Let's take a break. He had quite a good hero calling, and in the end, they are right. I think our main bluffs will be ace of hearts, and he blocks stuff that could do this. Yeah, really good blocker here. Blocking king deuce of hearts, king three of hearts. Just as an example. Wanted to ask why you switched to table games instead of Russian cash, in Swiss, in your opinion. Yeah, just want to try them out. To see how profitable they are, because I want to make money. And right now they look pretty good. So yeah, I go with it. Probably for a little bit longer. Even though I prefer the little bit more comfortable Russian cash format, but yeah, trying these at the moment. And I also got this one, this program, Juro Gin, and this automatically puts the tables in the right place. This is also helpful, makes it a little bit more comfortable. Let's actually check the tables, get out of a few ones that are bad. Not so juicy today, right? This is good. This one, I don't know. This one, I don't know. Let's get out of here. Okay, he's a thing. He's a thing. Just gonna shove it in. Good old 6 for offsuit. Guess we stay a little bit more, maybe he will refill. Let's close this one. Maybe close even this one later. And close this one also now. Actually, I had some more hands to play, I think, right? But I'm gonna put me on some waiting lists. And at 500 and then 200. Yeah, this is, for example, also an advantage of course of the Russian cash tables. You don't have to do the table selection stuff, but therefore you get better tables. Right, see you in a few minutes. Actually, let's check results. Pretty quick for today. You have to deduct $100, maybe a little bit more. What will come up? Hopefully something nice. Of course, something nice, guys. Lately, it's always nice. You cannot complain at all. So plus 1,200 already, which is just awesome stuff. See you in a few minutes. Oh, I just see that I had my stream on another monitor. I hope didn't make any sounds. Let's play some heads up for a minute for fun. I think I take my Jekai short on value. It's very close though. So heads up, our range is a little bit wider, I think. We have like, depending on the opening size, I think like 90 to 95% opening. And he's a little bit tighter, even though he gets odds. Yeah, easy call, of course. Yeah, I like that bet. Or check. But think about a call. 4-5 offsuit. This is, I don't know, it's quite nitty, but I think I'm gonna go with it. Here, we can bet very small, but this would be sin. Which is not a crime. Pretty much always bluff. I think I'll fold. I do this. Good river. Really good river. He's trapping. Snap call. All right. We take this when we see the snap call. Woo! Not the lucky. Hmm. Guess we can sometimes bet huge. It's up 5-8. How are you doing? But let's do a little bit less against, I guess, fun player. Always 3-bet this one. I would say just betting big. He's not on the bluffy side. Ouch. Don't mind the call. Not good that we go with a fold. I could just fold. That was a little bit. Okay, interesting. What did he do before? I don't really know. Guess we're gonna mainly call. I think we find a fold now. Really good run out for us. Hard to have enough bluffs. We have a bluff, but it's a fun player. But I think I'm gonna go with a bluff ski still. Here, I think I go for the check. He could have ace queen. I think it's not worth it to here go for any sinner value. Okay, it's just a bluff ski. Interesting to know. Few tables, right? It's a little bit too much at the moment. Easy called ski, nothing else. But maybe think about a raise, but the size is quite big. No, let's just call. These players were so active. Not anymore. So he bluffed pre-flop turn, but didn't bluff on the river. Would have liked a river bluff, I think, with Jack 5 there. If you end up there with Jack 5. Let's call him. But let's not value bet Sindley. His shows will be always, I mean, ace king offsuit and then jacks and queens. Maybe he's even doing things with kings. Maybe with tens. Yeah, bet big here. Good hand, big size against fun player. This is a strategy. Not the worst turn in the world. Let's just bet big and hope that he calls fast. I think we could sometimes raise, not so much against the big size. I think even on a board like this against third sides, we sometimes raise stuff like this. He's not going for the fast paw. Hope he's going for the call. A good river, in my opinion. What do you think? I think he's not slowly calling, but with a flush draw. I think he's folding already some queen 10. Maybe not, right? I think we cannot go for thin value and just check. Root low, let's call. Shove it in. Are you okay? No. Nice to see the queens, I guess. Kind of nice. Oh no, too many tables. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think this is not looking great for us. That's a big pot. But we run quite good in general, so we cannot complain too much. Call, yeah, against the 100. Hmm. I actually fold. A lot of is possible. What was it called? What was it? Check shove. Oof. He's bad, bro. Hmm. I think I'm gonna go with a fold. You would think we have a lot of stuff that likes to go for the check shove, which is good. Like 8-10 suited, 9-10. He's kept. We will bluff here, he knows this. Before we were not bluffing against him. Good fold. Shit. think it's a good spot to think about it for sure. I think people will find bluffs there because of the mentioned reasons. It's an interesting spot in his shoes. Ah, so much is happening. Hmm. To get rid of some tables, I guess. But he's nice to play. Mm, I see snap checks. That's so cool. Yeah, this table is not so good. Let's delete this one. Are you crushing it? I was up 1,200, then I lost a big pot here. Actually gonna call even the huge size. This is not good. Would love to do this. Gonna do it. Uh-oh. Not allowed. I'm not allowed to bet. I mean, I don't mind a check against him. He was quite bluffy also. Taking my insane jack has showdown value. Unlucky. Yo, first follow of the day will be Cameron at a poker. Thank you very much for your follow. Let's see what we can do here. I fold. Guess it's close. Heads up. Against the half size, so actually would have preferred a call. Too late. I fold. I have high hopes for this one on you. Let's bet accordingly. Not with him. There's even a potential that he could be folding against the shove. He did this before, right? Probably he's just having it. That is 3. Jack 3, 9, 3. It's not so much. I think I go for a weird Shovsky arena. Because he could be folding. There's a little bit of a chance that he could be folding. God, this raising size. We even don't have so much equity like I hoped for, but 25, it's still fine. We can do a lot with 25. And we got for sure informations. We got 50. We're at 25. Let's go. He went for the snap, huge re-raise. And wait, he flopped it also. He flopped it. He was slow playing on the flop. Interesting. Raise it up, my friends. Don't even think about calling. Calling is not good. Yeah, this is better. This is fine. And thanks for the good luck. No luck. But we got a decent amount of money still. We could also call with him being behind. But I mean, it's good equity. It's more equity when he calls also, but on the other hand, people don't put enough money in the pot later usually. This makes it a little bit less attractive. So I think I'm gonna mainly call with aces and just get it in with kings. I think this makes sense. I think just a huge size. Shit. Could also be inclined to bluff because we don't look strong. On the other hand, he was more value heavy, I think, in these kind of lines. Value raised. Thank you, my man. And hello to you. Unlikely that he improved there. The slow player. Slow player himself. Maybe we get a little something going on here. Yeah, it's already a little something. Usually want to more go to the small size, but exploitably, let's go for the half size. Some being here. Not the worst in my opinion. Let's just bet. Hope he goes for the fast call. And this is the worst case scenario. I think we're gonna actually go for the fold then. Also take one off in full river, but we'll go for full ski. Crying fold. Let's call it a little bit wider. He opened really small. Guess you also bet some sevens on the flop. We have a draw. Don't strip it, don't love it, don't mind it at all. That's why I'm doing it. Ah, this could be bad already. Not get there also. I think that this was quite a good spot in the beginning, not anymore. This is a good spot though. Not anymore though. This is a good spot at least. Not anymore though. Let's call with him in here. The pair now. Official. Didn't bluff. Could have thought about a bluff. Went for the hero. Good to know. Great bot pass. Guess I don't have to mention this. Oh, great bot for us. Also. Wait for the half size. And hope he's interested. Have a little something, my friend. A little something. Yes, a little something at least. What will happen now? Don't even want to see a raise from him. Will just be 10 jack or nothing. Yes, he will sometimes have king queen, but we will still just go with a bet shove. Oh, we're lucky. I think I go for the check shove. It's not great. It's not great in general when he's checking the turn. Oh, it's shoving now. Not another size. Play like jacks. Maybe thinks maybe with jacks with the heart. Let's say I have like ace 9. It's yuck. Nice, we got the Kolsky. We convinced him. Not the biggest re-rating size of all time, so I'm gonna call. Not our card in here. We are always searching for this card, kind of card, an 8. Wouldn't mind a fold already. Because the 3-betting range will be very strong and not containing enough 10 jack suited. I think this will call quite often. So I think I'm just gonna fold. Oof, he didn't do this before. Gonna call. Our hand won't get any better, really. I think he didn't do this stuff before, right? Good run out. We are not gonna fold in general. It's not good, but gonna call. Hope he finds a random bluffski. Gotta call on this run out against this not very big size. I'm gonna bluff now. Doesn't matter which flop will come up. I don't care anymore. We gotta bluff, obviously. I'm not 100% sure what happened here. I think it gets a little bit less attractive against potential fun players. And this is just hates it and gonna go for the fold. But not him. It's even a limp pot. Holy shit. I mean, yeah, there's just nothing you can do when you have aces. I'm sure not fold. It's quite good we can have this kind of sizes. Looks a little bit like people like to call. We could go for a sneaky checker ace. Because he has a lot of bluffs, but in case he has a queen, I'm afraid that he just folds. I'm very afraid of this scenario. Wow. It's not so likely that he improved there. But it's also not likely that he bluffs there. So the problem itself is quite big at this point of time. Gonna go for the completely crying Kolsky. I think the check call and the snap call looks quite weak on the turn. 6-8. It's pretty much only 6-8 suited. I think I prefer this over fold, but it's really, really close. It's a fucking limp pot. He checked the flop also. Maybe if he has like queen 5 suited somehow, then he's maybe not even shoving because he thinks we have pocket 3s, 6-8. And they can sometimes do random stuff, so don't mind the call. It's very scary though. I think we can sometimes bet big. I rolled low. It's a blank though. Go with a check. Sometimes you want to also check some flush draws. Just thought about what my lowest hands are here. I think this is very low. Most 8, 9, 9, 10 bet. 5, 6. You probably just know it. I'm just thinking, oh, you could having a bluff. I think I just play standard. I'm not surprised to see a call there. I think I just play standard. Bluff the normal amount. Hmm. Fold. Guess he will think we're a little bit stronger, taking the big size when he's so short, but I just rolled a high number. Sometimes wanna bet bigger. My main here is to check or bet small. He could have gone for an excellent check raise also with pocket tens there. But went for the call, no surprise. That's how people play. Will happily fold here. If he raises. Even called with 7-8. Bad turn, wow. It's time for another break. Let's also check results. Some unfortunate stuff happened at one table. We lost a flip. Other tables I don't really remember actually. I think not so bad. I think also not great, right? We're gonna see in a minute. Yeah, no. Still have a pair. I think quite often we're good against him, and then against him maybe he has a good hand. Does that make sense? So big. This could be a really sneaky bluff. I think it would make sense because we think, oh, he must be so strong. Quite a lot of people are not thinking like that. I think it's still likely that he has just a good hand. Would be interesting. And he also did the snap timing. I think if he goes for something sneaky on this run out, he has to think about it. We have to deduct $200 in rank from this graph. What will come up? Oh, nice. Way better than I expected. This was a bad thing. And then slightly good things only. Plus 1,300 still. After rake. We are back. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, another sweet table, looks like. Would like to call. I'm gonna P1. Sandwich position is not great. You could P1 more. Ah, why not? Maybe it's a good river. Not great to bluff 77, but we try to bluff 77, guy. Oh, no need to bluff him anymore. Just go for the huge size. Hope for a call. And would have folded to a shove. Mainly. Buying folded probably. Because like you see, he didn't bluff shove there. He just folded. Nice. Cool. This is a cool bot. I think I go with a call. I think I go for the check raise on the river. Maybe he's still betting his ace somehow. Maybe he's bluffing. None of them. Not bluffing, that's good to know. Now we have to check. Close so. I mean, especially exploitatively, you would bet. And people don't check raise bluff enough. You could just do this more often. The other hand, I think they would check a little bit more like check 7 suited stuff. And they should. Guess it's all close either way. Usually the third side's in position on the river is not a thing. Against solver, was check raising also as a bluff enough? Hmm. Not the Green River. Enough? No problem. Get in here. Let's get in. Please not the worst flop in the world. Even think about a very strange call. Could have thought about it. Let's get there. Oh, this is high equity in my humble opinion. Can call or shove. I think against most players I like the fast play. Awesome. Huge, huge pot. Woo. It's a call, obviously. Still, the same thing. Can raise or call. I mean, would be very, very sad if we call and he checks down ace queen offsuit. I think I'd go with a shove. Don't like this at all. This looks already a little bit strong, I think. But we have a lot of equity, and if he could find a fold, then it's cool. I call, yeah. Two fun players. Nice stuff. Hmm. Could bet little 5% ski. I guess we call. Don't like it at all, but he's a fun player. Could go for a sick value, but let's not do it. It's 5, alright. This could get nice. Snap, betting big. Get nice! Phew, it got interesting. It got more interesting. Got even more interesting. It looks so much like kings. Something that likes to check. I think with our hand we go for the check show. Never lucky. Snap check looks like he's gonna check river. Maybe he's still betting queen J, king J. Sometimes he has an ace. And if you check raise here, I think they will call sometimes that it looks a little bit weaker for them somehow. Could even fold this. Good tables here, right? He was not bluffing before. Oh, now he says he has a good hand. Hope we get there. Hope we get there. Why ever bluff? Why bluff him? But we just had such a good hand for this. I mean, it was a good run out for us. But he had actually a good hand. Quite a good hand. Was of course not a snap call. We will go for a sin value now against him. Hope we get a good hand. Yeah, this is already a good hand in my opinion. Just betting big. This is not even the dream. But I mean, we're gonna go down. He's not even full staked. Okay, actually, he was not so strong. Oh, hell yeah. Come on, bro. It's not over. Oh no. Imagine having flush against him and then not being in front. But the other hand is very fine here. Take a little note on the 10-7 offsuit hand. I think you can already get a little bit of information out of this one if you look quite closely. He's all in already, of course. That's his thing. I mean, it's even easier when he's not having a lot of. Oh, that will be a bit hard. Drawing dead. Shit, mate. Never lucky. What did he do there? No, he's gone. Such a big bet. We could even think about falling and raise. And we can call. Good turn for our range. Gonna bet. I don't know, I wanna call. I would say we prefer bluffing lower stuff. And now it's changed. We're not going for the call. Sometimes people even having like 10-10 Jack here. Somehow just randomly showing. Let's get a little bit thinner here for protection. I guess I'll go for the check call. I think in general we're gonna check a lot here on this turn river. I think they will bluff in this spot at least. Even he. I think he just has stuff that loves to bluff, like this one especially. This would be the first one. But he's always bluffing, probably. Guess I'm not right. But I mean, that's quite unlikely that he's not bluffing that one. Going for the check call. I go for the sick call here. I guess it's actually not so bad. GTO wise, I think it's just losing a tiny bit of EV to re-raise, but they are behind. Let's go. Never lucky. We're never really lucky in this world. Rolled an 8. We have a decent hand to go for the check show, but I rolled an 8, and here go for the value, raise it up, and this is really a problem. Can go for the check. Here in front, so mainly. I rolled an 8. Let's not overbluff. It's not necessary. He's donking a lot, right? He was not bluffing a river before. Rolled high, we can bet here, even though it's a high frequency check. Yeah, let's bet. We also have some 6s, 7s, and 8s actually. In our 3-betting range. GTO wise, it's really just low frequency. Can even fold against a little bit tighter three betters, but GTO wise it gains a tiny bit of EV. We rolled higher and sometimes want to forward bluff. Gonna do it this time. In flop, I guess he still has good amount of ace kings. I mean, he should have like ace king offsuit half of the time, I think. Maybe he has some queens, but if he has jacks, he's quite sad. How do we play this one? It's a dream board board. I think I go for bet shove. Maybe he's finding some kind of folds with ace king. He could be, as people play. I mean, even my bluffs got there, king 10, king jack, and probably not going for every street, depending. I think I check. Nice. Maybe even queens. Hopefully not. Hopefully he's dead. Wow. Yeah, I thought this is always value because he's never calling like ace check offsuit. Shouldn't be. Can sometimes call ace queen offsuit there in these early positions, but mainly not. But I mean, it can still, of course, be that he has it. If this could be, then you want to trap more often. But I mean, I just started a hand that just loves to trap. My checking range has to be at least a little bit protected. So I went for the check. Went out perfectly this time. Let's see a flop, in my opinion. Maybe even check. A lot of stuff is going on now. Tables are pretty good. Sunday afternoon, European time. Whoa, and the dream comes true sooner or later. You get your set. This is one of those times. Isn't that great? Even the half size, which is usually stronger, which is nice. Should be stronger, but I think it's even stronger than it should be. Gonna now only call, nothing else. Fade the 9 and the 10. He's probably not having a 10. He can, but he will be very afraid. Don't have so many bluffs. Some king, queen suited floats, ace, queen suited floats. Most likely they will bet turn though. As a blufferino. When we bet quite big. Even shove. I think I go for this size. Now we say we have more than only ace check. Roll very low, go for the occasional check call. Bis then, what's up? Bis then. Welcome to the stream, and thanks for the good luck. Yeah, 9 is also quite a lot for me. I have to watch out that I play fast enough, but tables are just looking so juicy. I'll play a lot. And usually it works out. When you're also talking, of course it gets even trickier, but it's fine. It's working out. Guess I just play a tiny bit worse. Not too much. Yeah, tables are looking good. Pretty much zero EV territory. I think you will fold sometimes. Let's fold. Let's squeeze it up. Times 5. 6 times 7. 35. Maybe a tiny bit less. Of course. Why not? Shove queens. It's not illegal to shove queens. It's allowed. It's allowed to call every hand. You want to call? Nope, not convinced. But we scooped a decent pot there without a suck out. So this is not the worst. Call or raise. King queen suited has a little bit higher EV than King Jack, King 10, King 9 always in fold. Fold high, so go for the 4-bet bluff. Even re-raise bigger. I didn't see re-raise so big. Alright, it's fine. And we'll have to see the fold. You should not be folding there so much, actually. It was a low number. How much was it? 40%. I think you should only fold there, roughly. I think people are folding a little bit more, to me. 45% or something like this. Don't like to see the check. I think he's a fun player, at least potential fun player. Never ever lucky. Let's go with a fun player behind, but would also be one, but he has a 46 here. Yeah, let's go. We get decent odds. Let's go for a Kolsky. We are not yet there. This looks quite bad at the moment. Oh, we could go for one Kolsky. I think he also folds even quite a lot because he's in sandwich position. And go for one Kolsky. We can get there. We can be ahead. We have to aim better. Tiny bit better. Don't mind a call. We get decent odds. Like his signings. Or one more call. We can bluff, of course. But would he fold? If not, then we have a big problem. I have aces. I don't bluff. I don't call. No, I don't fold. Can go for the check. I think now when he bets, I'm gonna go with a call. Maybe he's thinking, does he even have a 10? Very interesting one. He could have a 10 in himself, of course. Interesting one. I think a lot of people will just check when they have aces. Oh shit, I didn't bet this one. Think I go with the call. Sometimes people even bet bigger when they have like this. So this makes it a little bit more attractive. This is also quite interesting. This is actually close. I think I only go for the call. It's not really small versus big blind because he calls, I think, a lot with fun players behind. I go for the call. Yeah, call once it's off, but this looks very bad. His main bluff's got there. We could even be dead. King Queen suited got there also, so this looks very, very bad. We can bluff occasionally, especially on a spade, I would say. Could even bluff on a non-spade. Props if we found enough bluffs there. Hmm. Not sure. I'm gonna call you because he could be a fun player. We like to play with a fun player. It's awesome. Hmm. Not too sure. A very strong hand. Can I very be really bad to bed? I'm gonna go with a check. Looks he has like jacks. A bit of a strong hand here. Gonna go with a bad shove. It's better for him. Hmm. I think I'm still just gonna go with a shove. The dream run out. That's not it, but unlucky there on the river. Not great with a big table. But that's how it is. Mainly raise here with queens. Let's not do anything else, I would say. A bit deeper though. Hmm. That's a dope skill guy. He's actually not a fun player, I think. Thanks for the follows, by the way, guys. Kikarines and alphabets. I think our hand could even go for a shove. Um, it's of course not great. He can have still all nines and tens and jacks, and we deny equity. Yeah, just gonna go for the shove. We will have some flush draws. I guess kings and aces would have called already. Sometimes races, and would also do it with queens and jacks. Not great against how people play, but we have just one of those and I rolled high. I think this is the kind of size we use then. Seeing the call. This is really bad. Hmm. I think I go for the check. Yeah, go for the check, sometimes show approval. Quite a good ball for us. Sometimes we raise 4-5 suited and 5s, 6-7 suited. Oh, it's not good. It's not good. But I'm gonna do it. Big one. Yeah, doesn't matter what will happen. I guess I'm gonna go. Where's the next break? I think people are heavily under bluffing in this spot, so I don't mind the shove at all. Maybe gets curious in the end. Gets. I like the shove still. I think in his shows, I really like to fold there usually because it's hard to have enough bluffs. Against the half size. It is what it is. I just go for the shove. Did we bluff him before? Hopefully. I go for the call here. Guess he has a lot of stuff that likes to bluff. Double ouch. Ended here really with an ouch. With an ouch. He's a fun player actually, but I don't mind the call at all. It's not so bad for us. It's also not great. We're not gonna fold anymore, but probably he has a straight in my opinion. Hopefully he has a lower flush draw. We're having 2-5 here, so not that 100 BBs go in. Shove and have a little worse flush draw. Gonna go with a check. This can get interesting. Check. It's a regular, by the way, like I thought. We can look it up with TTO Wizard, by the way. We could have really hard to bluff here. We could even have tens that go for thin raise on the flop. Guess it's quite a low frequency though. And when you could still have queens. Then yeah, some 4-5 suited. Okay, 5 set card pre-flop. It's only low frequency. We're gonna look it up now with GTO Wizard. Let's check results now. What kind of settings are you using to stack 9 tables like this so organized smooth? Eurogen, it's for free. Also didn't take me very long to set it up. So let's see. Lost, of course, 1000 only on this table here. We have to deduct $300 in rake. Let's say $350 from whatever comes up. Not really good for a moment, but still not so bad. 650 plus. This can help. So the end was we open another gun. We opened a little bit bigger. Let's change it a little bit. He's 3-bet. I only call with ace jack suited. I think it's like 50-50. Call or re-raise. Same EV. Yeah. Pretty much. I call. Ah, by the way, what is the range? Here, like queens and still mixing calls here with these hands. Not calling all tens. Okay, call. Flop. Ah, yeah, and then mixing here. Or the other lower stuff. 8 of diamonds. Deuce of spades and 4 of clubs. We check. Probably check a lot. Yeah. You bet half. It will be totally fine to do it. I think people will be a little bit less balanced in general with bigger sizes. Let's look at strategy. Yeah. So yeah, it's for sure fine. Having not so many third pot bets on such a board. Yeah, more like even a little bit more than half. Let's say he did this. I guess we raise a little bit less against this bigger size, but I think still queens and jacks raise a good amount. Even some tens. So, and like you see, 5 sometimes raise, 4-5 suited sometimes raise, raises 6-7 sometimes, but mainly you're gonna proceed with the call. It's pretty much everything except queens. Ace-5 suited we have, Ace-4 suited. Yeah, these are potential bluffing hands also in his side, I think, on the river. And now our bluffs. And indeed, with the backdoors, like we had there, like I thought, sometimes can raise. I would, I think, like 86 and 93, I think. So it's actually not raising so much here. Just sometimes, really sometimes only. I guess I would have raised a little bit too much. This is raising a bit more often. Ace queen is better. Ace 10. Alright, so more sticking to ace queen. Makes a lot of sense, has two overs, two jacks. So perfectly, completely fine play. I think in general most people will never do it. Some people will do it. The normal frequency. So I think in general people are not raise bluffing enough stuff that not goes down. Preferred size is quite small. I think pretty much what we did. Pretty much. Oh, Jack's actually always calling. I saw this could be us already shoving because tens could do it, but actually now I choose more queens do it, so it makes sense. Call. 10 of spades. So we sometimes have tens. And you can even keep on bluffing this one. I think I'm not betting enough there then. Guess I would have kept with a very high number to bluff this one. Check, check. For fives, by the way, still kind of betting. The graph is not including reg. And I pay like $200 on NL200 per 1000 tens. So it was check, check. By the way, what is he doing with check? I think a lot of it like small makes sense. Yeah. Okay. Check. And now in our shoes, check, check. Did I do it correctly, by the way? I wanted to see what he's doing. Check's actually checking quite a lot. All right, river was 5. So not so bad now for our 4 5s. Another gun now, so let's go. This is our another gun range, and now we got there. Nice. And because it's so good for us, it looks like we have to find a lot of bluffs. Pretty much never checking and then picking all in size or somehow also this size. So I like my play. I think I would overfold in his shoes when he has jacks. I think it's even close GTO wise. Yeah, it's even GTO wise a fold. I think exploitively it's losing quite a lot. So in my opinion, I think you should fold against population, except you have really a read. In our shoes, like you see, it doesn't get rewarded so much to have enough bluffs there, because people not seeing that it's hard to bluff there. But yeah, I could totally fine how I played it. I think still most people will overfold and they have the checks. I mean, even if he has aces, how much EV is aces? I think aces is high EV because it wins against queens. It's very high EV. Wins against the occasional queens. Even though I think queens will just bet on the turn. Interesting one. Yeah. What did I learn? I think not so much, actually. I think I still will laugh a lot against an unknown regular at NL 500. I mean, like the normal frequency, and against him, probably less now. But always good to see too that the line is fine. So I learned at least that this line was sure fine. I'm a little more certain now. All right, gonna call it a day now. 3 hours in, made very good EV in my opinion with all the good tables. I think I will play later off stream. Now go for some food. Thank you very much, all of you guys, for watching. Highly appreciate it. Was a good time, even though a little bit challenging in the end, but that's how it is. I wish all of you a great Sunday evening or night. Peace out.